Hello everyone, this is Alraies from MedStar Washington Hospital Center, and with me is Dr. Chandan Devireddy. He's Associate Professor at Emory. Welcome, Dr. Devireddy.
Thank you, Chadi. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. You are the Chair of Public Relation of SCAI.
Correct.
Please let us know how can the fellows in interventional cardiology right now get involved in SCAI committees and public relation?
Great question. So SCAI is the home of interventional cardiology. It's the only society right now that is specifically geared and populated by interventional cardiologists and for interventional cardiologists. So we would greatly emphasize for fellows that are interested in pursuing interventional cardiology fellowship, fellows that are currently interventional cardiology trainees, and obviously early career interventional cardiologists, to see what SCAI is about and to get involved. For folks who are currently in training and for early career and beyond, one thing SCAI takes pride in is the majority of its committees are completely open access. So, the main meetings take place. As far as the main gathering is at the annual meeting for SCAI, which this year will be in New Orleans for 2017. That's a great place to get started, is to come to the meeting. All the committee meetings will have posted schedules that will be part of the program. It can also be accessed online. And for those, which are, again, is the majority that are open, the fellows can come in. There's the Education Committee, Advocacy Committee, our committee, which is Public Relations, which we would love to have young energy on, Quality Committee. All of these committees not only are ways to disseminate new ideas, but they really make a difference. What are examples? Well, the Quality Committee has come up with the Quality Toolbox. Have come up with the app that folks across the board use in terms of deciding whether PCIs are appropriate, and is helpful when planning procedures with patients and giving them numbers and facts. As far as advocacy, they're really the heroes behind the scene. When you think about the procedures that, if you're a fellow currently training on, or if you're young faculty that you're currently doing, a lot of the reasons why interventional cardiologists are able to see some reimbursement for the hard work that goes into planning and doing those procedures is because of the efforts that folks in advocacy and in SCAI leadership have put forward in terms of discussions with the other cardiovascular medical societies, and also working closely with our partners with Medicare services and at the federal and regulatory level. So it really takes all these things and lots of moving parts to keep the specialty going, and that's what SCAI is all about. And beyond that, there's a lot of fun aspects to it. There's the fellowship and getting to know other physicians, trading tips and tricks of how to do the latest high-risk procedures and techniques in a way that's best for our patients. There's the fellowship in collaboration with people at the meetings, and also in some of the smaller SCAI meetings that are taking place across the country. So there's just really a whole host of benefits to being a SCAI member, and lots of ways to get involved.
You're involved in fellow in your program, and to have a fellow who is involved in such committee and extracurricular activities like SCAI, it's a plus when they look for a job, when they look for academic position, and even when they look for a leadership position down the line. Don't you think this is something it's good to have from now?
I think it's a great point. I think some folks may see, well, this is time away from me dedicating to my primary focus, which is, if you're a fellow, learning how to do a procedure, or if you're just starting out in a busy practice of really going the extra mile and showing your partners what you're all about. And of course, that's all very important. The one thing by participating in activities like this is, number one, it's all of these societies are volunteer societies, and the reason we have the luxury of doing what we do and patients being able to benefit from what we bring to them is that folks before us and currently spend time in these volunteer efforts in making this happen. But I think for jobs, in terms of job search, or especially on the academic side, or if you're looking into potential roles in hospital, clinic, or administration leadership, having a dedicated record of volunteer service, of knowledge of how things work behind the scenes, it's actually very important. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. So SCAI 2017 is coming up, and it's in New Orleans, as you said, and the deadline for abstract is going to be in December. We have a SCAI Fellows course coming up also in Las Vegas in December. A lot of fellows are aware that PR committee has been doing a great job in advertising for these. How we can recruit fellows during these meetings to stay in our committee and serve and give back when they are faculty roles 5-10 years from now.
Sure. I think getting started early as a fellow helps tremendously because you see things from the beginning, you get to know people, you get to network. And I think all of that's very important. And, you know, fellows, we understand you are so busy, you have so many things on your plate, but the networking aspect and seeing and learning from leaders in the field and seeing how things are done, I think greatly helps you for when you start to get to that point of going from early career to mid-career. As far as the meeting itself, we would greatly advocate fellows to start a conversation about, you know, what you hope to see, what you're excited to see. A lot of that is being done now on social media, which Chadi's been very busy with, different hashtags that are there for fellows in training and also specifically for this meeting. So I think having the conversation before, during, and after the meeting, I think also helps not only in talking about the content, but beyond that. I think it goes to networking, it goes to thinking about, you know, where we are in a specialty and, you know, the ways to help our patients.
So there's an advice for everybody watching us. If you just Google SCAI Committee, and they will go directly to the page where the list of all the committees are on SCAI website, and literally you can see who's the chairman, who are the member of that committee. You can email them directly, and again, as you mentioned, Dr. Devireddy, you can go to the SCAI annual meeting and walk literally from one room to another and see what's your interest and hear what people are discussing, and then getting involved. At the end, I would like to thank Dr. Devireddy for his time. It was really a pleasure talking to you.
My pleasure.
And please follow us and also watch all the videos on SCAI-TV on CardioTube.
Great. We hope to see you in New Orleans.
Thank you.